Welcome and welcome to the present. Before we get into the show itself, the strong links of Bruno Guimaraes to Arsenal, the rumors are getting stronger and stronger and stronger. He is not typically my first choice. I'll have preferred a more techy midfielder, but if Mikel Arteta, Richard Garlic, Edu, and the whole recruitment team thinks Bruno Guimaraes will take us to the next level, regardless of my opinion, I have to support what the club wants. I might have my reservations regarding the technical ability. I might have my reservation regarding is Bruno Guimaraes that guy that will take our midfield from top class to excellent to world class. Maybe I could be blinded by the fact that I'm used to seeing the techie and the attributes of Partey, and I'm looking for those type of traits in any other midfielder I'm going to bring in. Maybe I'm blinded with that. Before we go straight into that conversation in more in depth, be kind enough to strike the like button. Very, very important. Strike the like button. Subscribe, you subscribe, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell. Let me repeat it slowly. Maybe I spoke too fast. Like the video, subscribe, you subscribe, and do not forget to turn on your notification bell. So we've gotten that out of the way. So there are strong rumors, especially today, from very, very credible IT case, if you will call them so, or journalists, that Arsenal are actually doing an extensive groundwork on the potential acquisition of Bruno Guimaraes. That's it. The rumors are strong. This is very reminiscent of last year when the rumors of Declan Rice was this strong that Arsenal were actually keen on buying Declan Rice. The same methodology, how the rumors were strong by this time of the season, is going on right now. Arsenal are actually doing the groundwork, and Bruno Guimaraes, according to reports, strong indications that Bruno Guimaraes and his entourage actually want the move. They've already said yes to Arsenal. They will entertain the move. Now, Arsenal has not actually bidded for him. There's no talk to Newcastle yet. They've just actually pushing the project to Bruno Guimaraes and his entourage, and he's actually accepting it, and he wants to come to Arsenal. Fantastic, right? Now, Bruno will not typically be my first choice. I would prefer the Zubimendi or a Fafana, but I understand why Mikel Arteta, Edu, and the rest of the team will want to go for Bruno Guimaraes, because if you look at our signings last summer, we had 4 signings, right? Raya, Rice, Kai, Timber. 4 signings: Raya, Kai, Timber, and Rice. 3 of those signings were English Premiership proven players. Get it right? Only one was from outside the Premiership, which is your Timber. Unfortunately, got that unfortunate ACL injury. What do you notice about the rest of the 3 signings? They were available. It shows that the priority for the team, aside from bringing in quality players, Arteta and the team want players that can be available. After we've been burned by for several years where we bring in quality players, but their availability has been very, very questionable. So if you look at Bruno Guimaraes for Newcastle, out of 35 games, he has played 34 Premier League games for Newcastle. He has the highest minutes played by any Newcastle player. Does that ring a bell about availability? Yes. It shows that there's a pattern and there's a method to how the Arsenal hierarchy, the way Arteta and Edu want to operate. Quality is very important. But no matter how quality you are, if you do not have the availability, you are useless. It might sound harsh. No matter how great you are, if you are not available to actually help your team, you are typically useless. So I can understand from that point of view why Bruno Guimaraes will be high on the priority list for Arteta. I can say it. And for Zubimendi, who have been linked to it, according to other reports, he has not said yes or no. So you cannot continue to wait for a player who is undecided. And for Fafana, there are no strong reports regarding Fafana. And I can understand the fact that coming from another league, Arteta might not take that risk to go and get in another midfielder. He wants trusted and tested. Now, there is no guarantees, even though what's his name? Bruno Guimaraes had no injury issues at Newcastle. You can come to us, not just your team, but who had no injury history at Ajax, comes to us and suffers an ACL. Those things happen. But buying those things, they've done their due diligence. Bruno Guimaraes is Premier League proven. He has adjusted to the hustle and bustle of the Premier League. He understands the Premier League. He has the tenacity, the aggressiveness, the passion, even though sometimes he can be that combustible character, but he's a top-class player. Now, my concern is that does he have the tech, the anti-press, the press resistance of a party to play that six? Now, another advantage, and another thing I think Arteta might be looking at is that Bruno Guimaraes can play 6 and 8 effectively, just like Rice can play 6 and 8. So we're looking for multifunctional players who can play at a high level, which I see. So you can see, like I said, the method to our madness. You can see the devil in the details of how we're trying to operate. Availability, multi-dynamic, and multifunctional at a high level. It's not that players who are just bang average, who can play multiple positions, not at high level. No, Bruno Guimaraes can effectively play a 6 and can effectively play as an 8. Now, like I said, he's not my top choice, but understand he's not a bad choice. And Bruno Guimaraes for Newcastle has done a good job. Like I said, for Newcastle level, he has done a fantastic job. My question is, can he come to Arsenal and take us from good to excellent in relative terms? Now, I'm projecting that he's not that guy, but I could be wrong. Even though I'm not trying to blow my own trumpet. Most of the time, I'm not always wrong. I've gotten a few things wrong, but I'm not massively wrong on the estimation of players. The Kai Havertz, I was one of the only YouTubers who gave Kai Havertz a chance, who said he was never even a flop at Chelsea. Chelsea wasn't using him rightly. So I understand. I'm going to support Bruno Guimaraes if the move eventually comes to fruition and it comes to Arsenal. He's not my first choice, but I will support an Arsenal player. I have no agenda to any Arsenal player. My loyalty is to Arsenal. My loyalty is for the team to win trophies and have happiness. That is my loyalty. I do not want to always be right just that I can prove the managers wrong. No, my loyalty is first to Arsenal. So, in terms of the attributes of Bruno Guimaraes, very aggressive, very athletic, availability fantastic, very good player. I do not doubt it. I've never said he's a bad player. I'm just like, can he take our midfield from where they have a top class midfield, right? Can he take it from top class to excellent? That's what I'm looking for. And maybe, like I said a while ago, the party experience, right? Because maybe I'm just looking for a party in any midfielder, and that could actually color or blind me looking at the other traits that Bruno Guimaraes might have. That might not be showing at Newcastle, but when it comes to Arsenal, can actually take his game to another level. Because sometimes players can move to a different level playing with high quality players. So there's a chance for that. So I'm ready to embrace Bruno Guimaraes coming to Arsenal. Ahead of my personal estimation. I think, like I said, he's still a good player, very aggressive, very passionate, very combustible. Availability is on point. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm convinced Arsenal will get this deal done, just like the Declan Rice deal. It has similar trajectory, similar planning, doing the background work early, right? Selling into the project to the player buying into it, and eventually trying to wrap it up as quick as possible. According to rumor mills, we have heard that Guimaraes, Newcastle placed £100 million release clause, but we are still hearing rumors that that release clause can be negotiated down to £80 million, which is a fair deal. It's 26. It's actually ushering into its prime years. So you can see Arsenal now begin to actually enter the phase where they're going to sign players in their prime years. This is no more project signing. Players that can come to the team as starters and take us to the next. Even though they might not be starting every game, but the players that when they come to the team, the levels do not drop. We maintain a certain excellence, not bring players that we are a certain excellent Premiership tested players that can do us good even in the Champions League, because we're going to navigating the Champions League and the Premier League simultaneously. So I understand we're bringing quality, and Bruno Guimaraes is looking like he's that player that Arteta, Richard Garlick, and Edu want to bring it to actually take us to the next level. And let's say I pounds out. And there's still rumors that Man City might be interested, even though they have not actually reached out to his team. Arsenal are the one doing the groundwork. Arsenal are the one trying to be proactive, which is fantastic. Selling him the project. Let's see. I'll welcome him. He's 26, very athletic, likes to play, is very available. So it's a good signing. It's a good signing. Will be an excellent signing. We'll find out once he has done the shit of Arsenal, and let's see if he can take us to the next level. Even though I understand the season has not ended, but this is the time for clubs to start being proactive, start doing the background work for the players they want to bring in to supplement their team and to help pursue the next season and the adventures of winning the title, whether in the Champions League, the Premier League, the FA Cup, and all other competitions that they'll be available for next year. So it's not a horrible signing. Even though it's not my first choice, I respect it. Even though it's not my first choice, and I see the sense in it, especially the availability part of it. It might not be what I personally think is an excellent quality, and I could be wrong. Like I said, he might not look excellent in Newcastle the way I want him to look, but he can come to Arsenal and turn to that from top class to world class. We saw Mane from Southampton come to Liverpool, become a different beast. We saw Salah, who was very good at Roma, comes to Liverpool and turn to a different beast. Sometimes players can move to another club and they up the ante and move to and actually go from a different level to a higher level. So let's hope Bruno Guimaraes, if this deal goes through, can be that player. So let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you rate him very well, highly, or do you have the same reservations I have? Do you want him or not? Let me know what you think about Bruno Guimaraes in the comment section. So on your way out, be kind enough one more time, strike the like button if you're yet to strike the like button, subscribe if you're subscribe, and make sure you turn on your notification bell. Let me repeat for those at the back, like the video, subscribe if you're subscribe, and make sure you turn on your notification bell. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.